Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you. Good afternoon. We're coming live from San Ignacio, Cayo district, where this phenomenal pastor, their group are doing amazing thing for the great nation of Belize and the future generation, the youngsters that are going to be promoting and carrying the shoulder of creating a better life for themselves and their brothers and sisters. And things like that don't happen unless we have people like this gentleman here. Can you go ahead and tell me what's your name, sir?
So, name is Heston Williams, and we pastor a church in Brooklyn, New York. My wife and I call Purpose Life Church.
Awesome sauce. I think I've heard about that on the YouTube or Facebook, right? You guys have a...
Well, I mean, definitely we are on various platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and many others.
Okay. And then my first question to you is, how did y'all go about selecting or choosing Belize?
Well, it first started in 2014.
Okay.
This is when my wife and I, we now took on the role of senior pastor.
Okay.
I was attending a church for quite some time, and there was this burning desire for us to be able to make greater impact.
Okay.
We're already making local impact, and so I contacted a pastor friend of mine. I said, hey, we want to do missions.
Okay.
Where do you think we should go? And, you know, he suggested, well, why don't you try Belize? And 2 months later, 9 of us got on a plane, and we came to do missions, and we did a VBS program. It was about 150 kids that first year. And honestly, since then, we haven't stopped coming back.
Okay. Awesome sauce. Thank you. And I proceed. Sorry. How many members do you guys have that comes down to Belize to assist you guys?
Well, on this particular trip, we have almost 70 of us that came, mostly from New York, to be here over different parts of Belize.
Okay.
Over the last 9 years, we probably have a total of about 200 that have been here.
Okay, so you guys, it's kind of like a nationwide tour that you're investing here, right? It's not just the Cayo district, right?
I mean, this year we've been in Independence. We've also spent some time in Bella Vista.
Okay.
In San Ignacio for the next couple of days. We're going to be in Arenal and also Santa Familia. So, yeah.
Sweet. Santa Familia. Great place too. I hope you guys have fun out there. And then your church, how many members are in your church?
Our church is probably about 1,000 plus.
Okay.
We certainly had the opportunity to touch thousands. And so it's a wonderful opportunity. That means if you guys are ever in New York, you better come to Purpose Life Church.
I will most definitely make a trip there. I'm scheduling to try to make something happen in a couple months from now. So what is your plan for the future of this program?
Well, I mean, this program, it always has really been about kids and touching the most vulnerable. And we've known that single moms and children are typically the most vulnerable within the community. And we get to perhaps provide some resources. Now, we've done backpacks and school supplies. We've done at times shoes and different items. We've also sponsored a number of students to actually go to school. We've even done some lunches and things like that. We painted schools. So the time and the work that we do here is quite varied, but all of it is glorious.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh. And then how do you guys go about getting donation or assistance to do this?
Well, everything is self-funded.
Oh, okay.
What's interesting is that out of all the 70 that came, I mean, we have those who are from 13 years old all the way up to in their 60s. And individuals, they put aside their own resources to make sure that they come here. We also have a great network of sponsors. In fact, our church, there are individuals who can't be here physically, but they make sure now they help, they give, they donate. So we have a church that's really built on touching the world. And so they really are excited about being generous to even projects like this.
Excellent. Thanks for that. That gave me a little hope there. So, are you guys looking, or would you feel safe creating like a school pantry that would be, located here? So like for say as the school year goes on, those who might need assistance during that time, do you think that's something that you guys would be able to invest in?
Whether it's that specific project, we've already been thinking about, praying about, and saying what are some of the additional resources that we can provide for students. Now, we've had students that we've sponsored.
Okay.
So along with paying their tuition or the price for their seat and their books, we've also provided, a short or a small amount to buy meals as well. So we do know that that's a challenge for some, and it's something that we may be considering to explore at some later point.
Okay, thank you guys for doing so much, because it's greatly needed here, and we only have like maybe 2 more questions and then we should wrap it up.
Sounds good.
How about, like, what do you guys think about, is it feasible for you guys to include like maybe a luncheon program, because that's needed here?
Yeah, I think it's a similar response to what I just shared. Those are some things that we are considering. I don't know if that's going to be where we're going to end up providing, but we know it's a need, and I believe that there are opportunities that, whether it's us or someone else, that we're going to try to do our very best to make a long-term impact on families.
Sweet. This is the final question. I will cancel the last one because this is pretty similar. I'm changing it up now on you. Say you guys, you've been here for several years now. Say you guys found out that there are several students that has the potential to go beyond. Do you guys think you're in a position to, like, maybe for future reference, look at trying to see if you could help someone internationally, adapt them so they could get an opportunity to advance their schooling? Because that's limited here as well.
And I think to answer that question, there's been dozens of students that we actually have already begun.
Okay.
I would dare say that probably within the next year,
okay,
we're looking to have a more formal scholarship program that may be based upon recommendations of community leaders or teachers, because we do know that there are some amazing children and young people that have the desire to pursue and to go further. But sometimes resources are a challenge.
Yes, indeed. I agree with that 100%. Since you guys are here, I don't know how long you're going to be here for. I highly recommend maybe just Googling and check it out. Mount Carmel High School. I do know that they were, back in the day, had a phase where they were having students that could advance or excel on an international level. They just need the assistance. Maybe you can stop in and just take a look at that. And then, like I said, you know the school over there better than I am. I do know that there are a couple students over there who would benefit from a program like that. And then I don't know how well you guys know San Ignacio, Santa Elena. There's also a one right there in Santa Elena just before the Hawksworth Bridge behind the old gas station. So I highly recommend, if you're starting to look into something for the foreseeable future, check those schools out. It would be a great addition. Now, don't get me wrong, Sacred Heart, Eden High, and Mopan and Belmopan Comprehensive, they do have students that can excel at that international level and would need some assistance, just so you guys can start adding that to your repertoire for the future.
Sounds amazing. Yeah. I mean, even though you're not asking another question, the way that we found success is by partners. As much as God has gifted us with a vision, and in some cases at times some resources, working with local partners, and we've already established some, and I believe that God will allow us to be able to establish some more, because we don't want to come in here as we're superheroes and we're saving the world, but we can sometimes help.
Elohim Adonai and Yahushua do say you guys are superhero, because I would highly recommend you embrace that, because it takes a lot to step out of your comfort zone and go into a community or a world that is not known to you. So you're going out of your comfort zone. So that on its own makes you guys a superhero, and I commend and I applaud and I salute you guys for coming out and doing that. You are impacting so many lives that it will be not too long before you get to see the seeds of your work germinate and become fruit. So thank you guys, really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, and all citizens that you have reached out and touched and impact. influence and inspire, motivate, and encourage. And I hope God continue to bless you guys, opening the doors and creating what I love to say, live in total bliss and share the blessings as they fall upon your shoulders. Thank you for doing this, Pastor. I really appreciate it. And may you guys take a moment to just soak up the Belizean sun, by the way, and take it back to New York. Thank you.